Okay, so this video is actually going to be a little bit of a rant because I have something that I really need to get off my chest. So I'm sure almost everybody watching this video is aware of the issue going on right now in regards to net neutrality and essentially what could unfortunately happen where the internet is no longer going to be open and free. You're essentially going to have people who have the ability to charge you money for using specific websites or block your access to it or make it so the speed for whatever website you're trying to get on is going to be really slow. Essentially, the internet is in a process of possibly changing right now because you basically have some dumbasses in the FCC who want to overthrow net neutrality so these fucking internet providers and companies can fill their pockets with more fucking money. Us normal people who use the internet for fun and for entertainment, we're gonna be the ones that are going to suffer. Like, imagine what it would be like if you were going on a place like Facebook or YouTube and you saw somebody blocking your access saying, oh, I'm sorry, you have to pay X amount of dollars in order to watch your favorite fucking PewDiePie video or to even use our site at all. That is essentially why this net neutrality thing is such a massive issue. Essentially, all this freedom that we currently have online is about to be destroyed and taken away forever. And for those that don't know, net neutrality is essentially what makes the internet what it is right now during the recording of this video. It's what makes it possible for you to go on whatever website you want, not be blocked from it, not be charged from it, to have absolute freedom. And right now, the dingbats in the FCC are trying to get rid of net neutrality so they can essentially get more money out of us. It's basically a ploy where internet providers like Comcast or AT&T can essentially charge us not just for the internet service but for why we use the internet. They can essentially take advantage of what we do and charge us more money for it. Like, for example, if they see that people are using Facebook a lot, they may want to charge you not just for the internet themselves but for your use of Facebook, or they may want to charge you for using YouTube or using Discord or streaming. Essentially, the reason why this is such a big issue is that what we do on the internet is going to be either blocked, slowed down, or you have to pay more money. And truth be told, I'm going to link some videos in the description that essentially will explain this issue with net neutrality better than I can. All the information that you need to know about this is out there. If you just put net neutrality in the search engine of YouTube, you'll essentially get a whole bunch of videos. And as I said, I'll link a few below that can explain this better. But the reason that I'm making this video specifically is because I'm pissed. And the reason that I'm pissed is because there are so many people out there who are aware of what is currently going on and they're not doing anything. Like, if you're somebody who's watching this video right now and you live in the United States and you're not doing anything to at least, share the information about what's going on with net neutrality, if you're not at least, trying to call your representatives or trying to protest or at least telling somebody about it, if you're not doing anything, then you're a part of the problem and you're one of the reasons why this shit is actually happening. It just boggles my mind because I run a Discord chat and I've essentially been posting videos. I've been trying to raise awareness with people and trying to tell them what's going on with net neutrality, and people are more concerned about what they're going to get for fucking Christmas. They're essentially acting like this isn't important and that this isn't going to affect them. If net neutrality is repealed, all of us are going to be affected by it. Every single person who lives in the United States is going to be affected by it. And how you're going to be affected by it is not only are you going to have to pay your internet bill, whatever the hell it is, but you're also going to have to pay even more money in order to get to your favorite websites. And in some cases, certain websites that you love are going to be blocked. You won't have access to it. And information on the internet is going to be more censored. You're basically going to lose your freedom. And the fact that people are not freaking out about this, it boggles my mind. It's like I try to tell people about what's going on and their attitude is that, oh wow, that sucks, there's nothing that I can do, let me see what Christmas present I'm going to buy. So you have so many people that they've already given up without even trying, and maybe to a certain extent it's not their fault. Maybe it's because they don't have a lot of information about this. So at the very least, if you're one of those people who doesn't understand what net neutrality is, again, I've left videos in the description below. It explains everything that you need to know about what this is, and it also gives insight and information as to what you can do in order to try to fight this and try to do our best to prevent this from happening. So don't feel like you're helpless. Don't feel like, oh, this is something that I can't do anything about. It's a given. No, there is something that you can do. Don't give up. We still have a week to try to see if we can fight this and stop it from happening. The thing is, Voting is going to take place on the 14th of December, and the idea is that if we can express our outrage enough and make it very clear that we don't want this to happen, if we call our representatives, if we text them, if we dial numbers, we can make it very clear we don't want this, and Congress can stop the voting on the issue. But it's not going to happen unless everybody does their part. So if you're watching this video right now and you're aware of this, do something. Don't just sit there and act like, this doesn't affect you, or act like you're powerless. You do have the power to do something. If you share this information with other people, like if you share this video, or if you share any of the videos that I have linked in the description below, even that is taking a step. Even that is taking action. Even that is raising awareness. If you don't do anything else, please share the information about net neutrality. If you try to tell somebody about this and they act like it's not important, we'll say to them, well, can you imagine what it would be like if you had to pay your internet bill, plus if you also had to pay for Facebook? Can you imagine somebody charging you for Facebook, YouTube, whatever social media that you like to use online, Tumblr, Twitter, whatever? Can you imagine what it would be like having to pay money for your internet bill and have to pay money for that? Can you imagine what it would be like if you're trying to watch anime on Kiss Anime or GoGo Anime or Crunchyroll or any anime streaming site? And can you imagine the speed being slowed down specifically for you, despite the fact that you paid your hard-earned money for fast internet and you want to be able to stream all your videos? Can you imagine somebody intentionally slowing down the speed and you having to pay more money in order to actually get the speed that you want? If you're somebody who likes to live stream video games, then can you imagine somebody making it so you don't have the ability to live stream the way that you want? And I'm using this as an example. The reason why net neutrality being repealed is a negative is that the internet providers are going to have control over what you see and what you do online. It's not going to be like what it is now. Right now, we have the freedom to go anywhere we want on the internet, to any website we want. We don't have to pay any extra fees. We don't have to deal with slow speed. That is going to be compromised if this bill gets repealed. All the websites that you love to browse on are going to be affected by this. Everybody is affected. You're going to be either blocked, you're going to have to charge more money, or the sites are going to be censored, or it's essentially we have total freedom right now on the internet, and it just boggles my mind why people are not fighting more for it. Fight for it. Do something. Don't act like this. You don't have any power. Again, I'm going to have some links below in the description. Please, if you don't do anything else, share this information. I get that there are some people that watch my videos that are underage. Even if you are a minor, and you can still share this information. You can still share these videos and raise awareness. Do something. I'm just so sick and tired of people acting like they have no power, or giving up, or acting like this isn't important. If you're somebody who loves the internet and you love the communities that you're a part of, all the people that you're friends with all over the world, the internet is a gift. It has given us the power to connect with people everywhere, to go on all these wonderful websites and make all these great friends and have all these wonderful moments. And right now, it's being threatened. It's being compromised. The people of the FCC are trying to take it away from us, and people aren't doing anything. They're just sitting back on their lazy asses and letting this happen. So please take action. Do something. I also wanted to add something. The issue of net neutrality being repealed doesn't just affect the people in the United States, but it affects everybody all over the world. And the reason that I say this is because, let's say, for example, because I spoke to somebody who said that they basically live in Australia, and all the friends that they've ever made in their life were people that they met on the internet. They mentioned that their boyfriend happens to be somebody that lives in the United States. They live in Australia, and they found them on the internet. And so essentially, if you're somebody who has friends, let's say that you don't live in the United States and you live in a different country, and you have like a bunch of friends who live in the internet that you're very close to, that you're very fond of, net neutrality getting repealed is going to affect your ability to be able to communicate with them. If it becomes a situation where YouTube, for example, or Facebook, or any social media site, a situation could occur where these sites is going to be more expensive. It's going to affect whether or not you can communicate with some of the people that you're most closest to, who you've met online. So truth be told, even if you don't live in the United States, this essentially will affect your ability to communicate with your friends that happen to live here. So if you can, it would be really great if you could also share this information to spread awareness and help those of us who live here that are being affected to do the best that we can to try to fight this. As I said, it's not too late during the recording of this video. If we can express our outrage, Congress has the ability to stop the voting for the net neutrality bill to be repealed. The idea is that we have to express our dissatisfaction with this, and we have to make it clear we don't want it, and we have to do everything we can to make our voices be heard so that Congress stops the voting from happening. We can stop them from doing this and stopping this from happening, but everybody needs to do their part. Even if you don't live in the United States, there's something that you can do to help all of us who are going through this dilemma. So I really encourage you, please share this video, share the information about net neutrality. It affects all of us. You know, if you're somebody, if there's anybody out there who loves how free the internet is, if you love the fact that this world is open and free, you can go to any website, you can download whatever you want, you can essentially go to any site you want, you can live stream, you can watch anime, you can, you know, download your torrents, you can do whatever you want, go to any website you want without having somebody block you or charge you extra money or censor it. You know, if you love the internet the way that it is, then you owe it to yourself and every person that you know to do the best that you can to fight for it. And you fight for it by sharing the information. You fight for it by calling your representatives. If you're a minor, you know, you fight for it by telling your parents, telling them why this is important. Share this video with them. Let them know why it's important that we fight this, that we protest, that we make our voices heard. Tell them they'll have to pay more money. Tell them that their favorite websites will be blocked. They won't have the ability to use the internet the way that it is now. That freedom is going to be taken away. Let them know. Everybody has a responsibility to fight. Doesn't matter where you are. So let's all come together and fight for the freedom of the internet. If you're somebody who loves the internet, if you love whatever you do, if you enjoy this free medium, let's do our best to fight and stop it from being controlled. Let's keep the internet free. Let's keep it free. Let's not let these other people get their way and control it and block it and censor it and charge us and prevent us from doing what we love to do. We have to fight. It's not too late. Please. In any case, thank you for watching this video, and I guess I'll talk to you guys later. It's Mami-Sexual signing out. Peace.